Today, the Trump negotiator, Steve Witkoff, in Moscow talking to Vladimir Putin. There was a picture on the AP, Putin smiling, and they're talking about stopping the Ukrainian war, which is one of the biggest disasters in modern history, 3.5 years. About 1 million Russian soldiers killed or wounded, about 400,000 Ukrainians, same. But it's the civilians, because Putin is targeting them with drones and bombings and all of that. And so he has been named a war criminal by the International Criminal Court in The Hague, that's in the Netherlands. Okay, this is only the third time in history that the leader of a nation has been designated a war criminal. So Putin can't go anywhere because there's arrest warrant out for him. He's got to stay in Russia. He's the richest man in the world, as you will see if you read my upcoming book, Confronting Evil, out September 9th. We go into Putin in great detail. But anyway, Donald Trump, President of the United States, trying to get this Ukraine thing under control, and Putin won't cooperate. So what do you do? What do you do? It's almost like Japan at the end of World War II. So this is the anniversary of the atom bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. The Japanese knew they lost the war. They couldn't possibly win the war. Tokyo had been firebombed. Millions of Japanese were killed, but they wouldn't surrender. And they kept fighting. And the United States didn't want to invade the island because I would say hundreds of thousands of U.S. soldiers and sailors would have been killed, including my father, who was on the way to Japan. We write about that in Killing the Rising Sun. So Harry Truman, the president, had to drop the atom bombs, and then finally, facing absolute destruction of the entire country, the Japanese surrendered. Well, Putin is not going to surrender. So I don't expect that these peace talks today are going to move the ball. I hope they do. I hope I'm wrong. And then Donald Trump's going to have to slap onerous tariffs and economic sanctions against Russia, which he should have done a while back, in my opinion. Now, I don't want to second guess, but it was clear. Because remember that Donald Trump thought he had Putin in a place where he could be rational with him. Because the first 4 years of the Trump administration, Putin kind of laid back. But no, not now. Homeowners, when is the last time you checked on your home title? If your answer is never, then this is for you. Scammers are stealing titles, and your equity is a target. Criminals forge your signature. Just like that, your home title can be transferred out of your name. That's why I partnered up with Home Title Lock. So you can find out today if you're already a victim. Please use my promo code BILL at HometitleLock.com, and you'll get a free title history report. Plus, you will get a free trial of their $1 million triple lock protection. That's 24/7 monitoring of your title, urgent alerts of any changes, and if fraud does happen, they'll spend up to $1 million to fix it. That's HometitleLock.com, promo code BILL. So we do expect that these sanctions, which will cripple the Russian economy, but here's the kicker. Putin doesn't care. Doesn't care if his people die. He's lost 1 million people, killed or wounded in Ukraine for what? Does Russia need Ukraine? No. Doesn't need it. Doesn't give them anything. In fact, if they take it over by force, there'll be ongoing guerrilla war there. Ukrainians don't want to be Russians. Okay, so Putin doesn't care. Starve his people, okay. And the only thing that could really turn it fast is China. And when I was over in Beijing in May, we talked about Putin and how China is helping Putin and Russia wage this war. North Korea doesn't matter. North Korea's got a few troops in there, but they don't matter. China matters. China's buying lots of oil from Russia. So is India. And it's propping up Putin. He's still got cash coming in. You got to strangle all the cash. So I would expect that Donald Trump, if he goes to Beijing, and I think he will, early fall, late summer, will tie in some kind of deal with China to pull back from Putin. That happens, then we're in, Vlad's in real deep, you know what. Okay? And that's, so at least there's some kind of hope here. But again, in my original statement that, we can't solve all problems. Sometimes you've got to kill these people. And, if Putin was assassinated, that'd be good for the world. I hate to say it, but it's true. That's the best thing that could happen. Somebody take him out. In fact, Putin can't even go anywhere. When Putin goes home, he lives about 7 miles outside of Moscow in his huge palace. All traffic stops around Moscow. Nobody can move. Well, his little motorcade comes out. In his Dhaka on the Black Sea, he's got submarines. And he's got a bunker underneath the Dhaka where radioactivity couldn't penetrate. So if there's a nuclear war, Putin will survive. Nobody else will. Okay, so that's where we are. We're watching it, an amazingly important story, and that is the memo.